Hello there, and welcome to the first video I've recorded in God knows how long. So this is something new. This is post-commentary, which, as those of you might know, is me talking over a recording. Because I really didn't feel like commentating while dungeon running, because I hadn't played this game in like a week already, and you'll see it's not very flattering. So, yeah. While my little cat man does his flippy shit, let's talk for a minute. You guys may have noticed I've been away for, like, months, and there's a couple of reasons for that. The big reason is not long after I posted the last video that was posted, the Final Fantasy VII, whichever episode, however, whenever, my hard drive actually crashed, and it died, and it's resting peacefully in a drawer while I try to figure out how to fix it, which probably isn't going to happen, unfortunately, because when it died, I lost like 3 hours of Final Fantasy VII footage. I have not played the game since because I wanted to play it for the channel and could not record without the hard drive, and it was a big bummer. The even bigger bummer was near the end of July when I lost my job. Yeah, that kind of sucked. So as you may have guessed, no job and no hard drive means no money to replace hard drive means no new videos. But Erwing / Levinos / that sexy man behind the computer, how are you doing this video? That is a damn wonderful question, and I will tell you how. It's a bit of bittersweet news, actually. Around the beginning of November, I got a call, basically a job offer for a remote service technician position. So, given the outdatedness of my old computer, they did want me to replace the computer before I could take the job. So, due to the kindness of my sister and her husband, I was able to get a new computer, basically. They completely funded a brand new build so that I could take this job. Now, at the time of this recording, about halfway through December, I have still not started the job that I was offered at the beginning of November. But, you know, training, and for some reason it's a good idea to hire more people than you're actually going to use right away, because reasons. But, you know, bitterness aside, it is a wonderful, it's a wonderful opportunity for me once it does finally pan out. And it means that I've got a new computer, which means I can get back to this YouTube thing. But, Erwing / Levinos, you may be asking. It's halfway through December. Why'd you wait so damn long to start working on YouTubes again? Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, I hadn't started my job yet, which you may think gives me plenty of free time, but in actuality, it means that I'm worrying about how I'm going to pay my bills and how I'm going to eat and all this other stuff. And you guys may not know this, but I actually do this as a hobby. I don't make any money at all out of this, and I have no intention of making money out of this anytime in the near future. This is a hobby. I do it for fun. I do it because I like it, and I do it because I like you guys. That said, since it is not putting food on the table, this has not been a priority. Gaming in general has been a bit out for me lately. It's been a rough time, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, without getting into details about my personal life, which I'm sure you do not give any craps at all about, let's talk about this new computer, because it's kind of awesome. Basically, the only thing I'm missing is a good video card. I've only got a GTX 650 in this baby right now. It's cheap, $120 odd card. Just something to get this machine up and running so that I could start working. My intention is to replace the video card as soon as I'm able, once I do get this job started. And then have this whole beast of a machine ready for both work and play and hobbyism-ishness. So the cool thing is this is, like, completely handmade. I built this machine myself. I would show you if I could. It's gorgeous. And its case is altogether too massive for the underside of my desk, which is fine by me because apparently I need to compensate for something. Don't know why. Really, I just like to have the extra space to work in. It gave me plenty of space for the cable management, which, if any of you have built computers know, is kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. That took me the longest of the entire build, actually, managing the freaking cables. So, that said, this new computer is sitting here being all gorgeous and running wonderfully, I might add. So I figured, hey, I got a little bit of free time. My sister's helping me out. Life isn't entirely terrible. Let's get YouTube back up and running, because I need a freaking hobby. It is altogether too cold and dreary these winter months to sit at home doing nothing but watching YouTube between whatever trips I take out to town job hunting in the meantime, because, you know, I still gotta make ends meet. So, here we go. Here we are. This is a YouTube's. Welcome to it. So we just got through a bunch of trash, as you could probably tell. This is the first boss of the Wanderer's Palace. I have actually said nothing about this game so far. And probably will not say much about it because, honestly, this is kind of an entry-level in-game dungeon, and I am altogether overgeared for it. And I haven't played this game in like a couple of weeks at this point, so, you know, I just logged in and figured, hey, I've still got this active subscription. I might as well farm up my freaking tomestones. You want to say it however the hell you want to say it, but I wanted them and I'm getting them by doing these dungeons because, yay, beating things up. It's almost shameful to watch myself get hit by some of these AoEs. That one in particular is kind of a pain, but, you know, take it like a champ, who cares? Oh, man. For those of you who came for the game, I go ahead and explain a little bit of what's going on here. Basically, my main class is a monk. Oh boy, you came here to see me state the obvious, didn't you? So yeah. I've actually played monk as a main since the original Final Fantasy XIV. The beta of the original 14. Back when it was just a pugilist and jobs were not even close to being a thing. Good lord, that was a long time ago. Man. I don't know. Some people might be impressed by the fact that I'm wearing this bright yellow garish outfit. I'm not a big fan. I wish you could dye your artifact armor. I fucking love the monk artifact design. Don't like the color. And obviously I get to pass on all the loot because I'm already overgeared for this dungeon and I don't need any of it. Oh boy. Spoiler alert, the next boss is the fun one. It's the one where I really humiliate myself, good lord. So, let's talk some more, because this is Trash Mobs and I don't need to explain the death of trash. So, there's been a few things that have gone on recently in the YouTube's department, which means I'm going to have to be very careful getting this channel back up and running, even though I am not monetized and have no intention of monetizing. So, I shouldn't be too heavily affected. This new content ID system is going to be a pain in the ass. I've already got pretty much every single one of my Legend of Zelda videos as content flagged, and it has been for months, and I don't give a shit. That's partly why I quit that series, and why I don't plan on going back to it. Anything else, though, is fair game. I may have lost my Final Fantasy VII footage, but I can still get back into that game without too much difficulty. What else was I playing? I know I was like halfway through Amnesia and Metro, and both of those games I no longer have installed because new computer, but if you guys are interested in those, I could hook them back up and finish those games. Shit, I'd have to start over. I don't think I have my saves. Or maybe I do. Are they in the cloud? I don't know. Guys, how do you look in the clouds? Well, while I contemplate this conundrum, let's move on to another interesting subject. The plans for this channel moving forward. I don't think this has ever actually been a question, because, like I said before, this is just a hobby for me. I'm doing it for fun. So basically, whatever game I happen to be playing or feel like playing, I will play and record and upload and have a jolly good time with. Because why not, right? Anyway, if you guys have like any suggestions, recommendations, etc., I would love to give this new machine a real run for its money, because I haven't done so much of that just yet. Did I miss something? No, we haven't got there yet. I was like, did we already pass the second boss and I totally miss it? And I was like, no, you just looked away for a second and thought you did. You idiot. Okay. Oh, something that some of you may be interested in. I have actually been playing Mabinogi again recently. If you guys want more videos of Mabinogi, just ask, because honestly, I'm out of good ideas to do with that game. I stand by my decision that doing full-blown tutorials of any given class is a complete waste, because I'm just going to end up repeating everything said on the wiki. And nobody gives any shits at all about any of the dungeons. So if I, like, let's explore this dungeon, well, you've probably already done it 100 times. You don't give a shit. Watching me suffer through it isn't going to make you care anymore. So, like, yeah. The game's fun, even though I hardly ever actually play it with anybody. I still enjoy that game, and if anybody wants to see more content of said game, let me know. Give me an idea or two of something you'd actually like to see. I think my most popular Mabinogi video so far has been the commerce tutorial. So if there's any systems in that game you guys don't understand, or you just like to have a thorough explanation of, I'm your guy. You just let me know which systems in particular are confusing. Because I honestly can't think of any off the top of my head that are that difficult. Then again, I haven't really played the game that much. It's been quite a while. Alright. So, other than Mabinogi, what have I been playing? Well, obviously Final Fantasy XIV, but not a whole lot of it, because the end game is all the same shit every day. Day in, day out. Fucking Wanderer's Palace and Amdapor Keep. You get sick of doing the same dungeons over and over. Patch 2.1 is actually released either soon or today, or maybe soon today, or soon in the near future. Maybe I will actually get something done in 2.1. Highly doubt it, but you know. It's there. Oh boy. Oh boy. 2.1. All those new dungeons, new primals. PvP. PvP is finally out, or will be out. That might be interesting. People are gonna start crying OP, 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 OP. Because monks are totally freaking awesome, and if anybody freaking doubts it, I will show you my DPS meters. Even though, let's be frank, DPS meters are total crap. You can't really rely on them. But so far, I've found it very difficult to find any pubs that can outparse me. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying. Monks are awesome. Speaking of which, this is a pub. I do not know any of these people. They are all nice enough to say hello at the beginning, though. I mean, that was kind of cool. You don't always get people who are nice enough to acknowledge your existence. Hell, after this run, I'm not going to bother. I didn't save the recording, but I did an Amdapor Keep where the guys were, like, practically cussing me out for no reason at all. And I'm just like, well, okay, fuck you too. That's pretty much all you can do, is just sit there, be quiet. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, you know. That old rule. Oh god, this is the second boss. I'm gonna look like an idiot. Oh boy. I really do not have enough on my mind to talk for 20 some odd minutes straight, but I don't want to end this in the middle of a dungeon because some of you might actually care about the dungeon. Oh. What have I not touched on yet? I know I've talked about the fact that I'm definitely coming back. I may or may not... Ooh, lag. Ouch. Lag spike. Okay. Then I may or may not be doing, like, more daily videos and all that. I'm definitely going to start uploading regularly again with something. I don't yet know what, because I'm still not really playing all that many games. But I will do something for you guys, because I do have this new machine that is actually capable of it, unlike my old one, which completely could not record at all. I mean, like for comparison's sake, let me give you my old computer specs off the top of my head. There was a Core 2 quad, 2.4 gigahertz. That's like one of the first gen quad-core processors. And not even a very fast one. And the reason that that was a problem, by the way, that was one of the 3 issues that this company had with my computer. Number 1, the CPU, because it was not 3 gigahertz. It was not a 3 gigahertz single-core CPU. Because apparently people have not discovered multi-threading yet. Yep, there's a part where I'm an idiot. When it targets you, you should probably not stand there and take it, idiot! And there's me waiting like half an hour to accept the raise because I felt like an idiot for dying, because I don't die in these bosses normally, and it made me feel stupid as fuck. Oh, man. I don't remember if I die again or not. If I die again, I'm probably just gonna quit. Huh. So, back to the YouTubes. I'm probably going to be doing more. I don't know what games yet. I actually got a Hearthstone beta invite, so I will probably get back to that. Or not back to that. I will probably do that. I've tried it out. The game's interesting. I'm not very good at it yet, but it's definitely interesting, and I will probably record that if you guys are interested in Hearthstone. And, you know, judging by the fact that it's kind of a big deal right now, I would assume somebody would want to watch that. Oh my god, I almost completely forgot. This new machine might be able to handle streaming. So if anybody would like to stream, would like to see me stream, well, number one, I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on how to get that set up. But I will be able to do that thing, because why not, right? Oh, let's see. Other than that, what else is new? Games are good. Let's just take a look here at the old desktop. I actually have not played Warframe in ages, even though I did install it. And when I did boot it up after installing it, I did not recognize anything. So I should probably take another look at that game and, like, update you guys, because, you know, that's a pretty cool game. Oh, what else can I play? Shit, I don't even know. Oh, I did get Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. Hopefully that means something good and not something terrible. But yeah, Baldur's Gate might be cool. Magicka. You could always do some more Magicka. That doesn't sound like quite as good an idea. Torchlight 2 and Path of Exile. If you guys like Diablo clones, I'm all over that. I'm not a big fan of them these days, but, you know, it could be a fun time waster. Shit, other than that, I don't really have much on this machine yet. Like I said, I haven't really been doing a whole lot of gaming. I've actually been doing some PSP gaming lately. Like God Eater Burst and Monster Hunter Portable 3rd, because stuff's good. Let's see. obviously, you're not going to get PSP videos. I have zero clue how I would even try to capture PSP videos, and they would look like absolute garbage. So yeah, that's not going to happen. We're almost to the last boss. That means I almost have to shut up. Christ. Alright, well, what have I not yet mentioned? So I did talk about losing my job and my hard drive, and that being exactly why I've been gone for as long as I have. Talked about the new job and the new computer and the reason I am back. Oh yeah. Well, I did kind of mention this. The new content ID system and how my Legend of Zelda crap got flagged all the high hells even before all this started. That's why I'm not going to finish Legend of Zelda or probably even touch another, like, Nintendo or similar game. And it's also why I have the music turned off in this game. Because I noticed when I checked my content matches that the background music in my Final Fantasy XI videos, which were freaking ages ago, have music matches now. I don't understand. I don't pretend to understand the deal with this. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. It has happened. So, you know, whatever. Those videos were before I even took this channel seriously anyway. But yeah, that said, I'm going to have to be very careful going forward not to do anything that might get me in trouble, you know? That is the last thing that I want. So, you know, you guys are free to offer your suggestions and recommendations and requests. Just note that I will probably make the audio either very quiet or not include any of the music or cutscenes. Hence the rapid cutscene skipping. Alright. We made it. Final boss. Alright, this is the fun part, because I'm a monk. I just get to sit here and punch things, while the bard gets to pull everything off the big baddie. Let me do my thing. Oh boy. I'm sure you guys are getting annoyed by this by now. And I don't notice it when I do it. But you can see how I'm clicking on some of these icons and being generally ambidextrous. It's because I'm not good at moving my hand to the right side of the number... What do you call it? The number bar? So it isn't the numpad. Either way, I usually just click those buff icons and then tap the hell out of the whichever combos I'm trying to use. So, yeah. I guess while we're doing this, I could explain to you aspiring monks out there. The combos are pretty well laid out on my hotbar. 1 through 3 are the flank combos. 4 and 5 are the rear. And 6 and 7 are the dots. Pretty simple. If you're trying to go for optimal DPS, you obviously want to get those dots up and keep them up while spamming the shit out of your flank combo. And if you're fast enough and can handle the swapping between positions, you can rotate. You can do your flank combo and go to the back and do your rear attacks. Go back to the flank, rinse and repeat. Because that boot shine being an insta crit, 100%, will do more than frickin' Dragon Kick. Unless Dragon Kick crits, which it will not always do. And then the difference between True Strike and Twin Snakes is very, very small, but it is slightly better. It's actually plus 10 potency and 5% better crit rate. So, you know, might as well, while you're back there, give them both for the big punches. So that's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, it's probably the most complicated DPS class in the game. Just on virtue of having that much going on, right? But yeah, I mean, once you get it down, it's that simple. So, dungeon's complete. That means that this conversation's just about over. If you guys have any requests, questions, etc., 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 let me know. I am always here to listen and interact and etc., etc., etc. In the meantime, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are going to enjoy the channel coming back, resurrected, back from the dead. In the meantime, you guys have a great day. Peace.